Three, two, one. Balloons. What that for balloons?
Do not attempt to adjust your programming. You are now listening to B-Movie and Beyond.
Balloons. What's happening?
No idea. Yeah, be back to beat, guys, because it's episode 380. Hello, one and all. This is B Movies and Beyond. We are back with a new episode. Ryan, how are you?
I'm fantastic, except for I'm getting really frustrated with Chrome. I don't want to ask AI questions. I literally just want to Google search.
You love asking AI questions. What are you talking about?
Not when I'm trying to Google search.
Dude, I use Gemini quite a bit, and is she a she? Is it a she?
I was just gonna keep on going.
Yeah, but like, she is really clever. Yeah, I'm still gonna call her a she. Which, doing like homework and stuff, or just and work in general, man, extremely helpful. Very, very, very helpful. So, thank you, Gemini.
I think that's a very on brand topic to talk about later in the podcast. But Peter, welcome back. Hey, you know what? You know what we just did last week? Probably the best week ever.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was a fun week. It was good. So
we got together in person on a weeknight.
Yeah.
Nikki's terrible husband Nate was there.
Because he doesn't text back.
Because he doesn't text back. I just need a 3D printed piece. That's all. And I sent him a cool picture of a Power Ranger / Jedi / Green Lantern mashup. No response. Maybe I don't have his.
You're texting some other Nate.
Yeah, just random stuff. I mean, there's previous text messages in there, so I don't know. And then let's see. Cassie's husband Justin was there. Ernie's brother Aaron was there. And Aaron's brother Ernie was there. This is a test. If any of the Tangumas listen, Ernie, I have your Thrice vinyl.
Oh, yeah. I was kind of curious. Oh man, that was so funny. Just Ernie did an Irish goodbye. We all thought he was taking a piss at the end, and they were like, "Where is he?" And oh, he's gone.
He's gone. I have a bunch of merch in my hand.
Yep, I'm sure.
Actually, I had to retrieve a bunch of merch from Justin's car. No, we went to go see Thrice, and oh my god!
And they played Thrice.
Finally, my birthday wish came true from like 7 years ago. Thrice played Thrice.
It was amazing.
Oh, dude, don't they just put on one hell of a show?
Dude,
one like
it's like it's nonstop. They sound amazing. Like it sounds like the record. Basically, like I'm blown away by it. And you know, the other thing is, you know how I like this personally with like some bands, right, where like, you know, they'll talk to you, kind of share some stories and everything, but then there's the other side where they're just bam 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 bam, just hit after hit after hit, and it was non-stop, and it was fucking amazing.
Their set list was not, like you said, nonstop, and not a miss. Mm-hmm. Not a single miss in a song they were playing. All of them were hits, and all of them flowed extremely well. You know, sometimes some bands have like some slow song where you're not into it. Not anymore with Thrice. They literally have a vast discography that just changes the pace. And a show like that was an amazing set because it was a great light show. I mean, dude, I haven't seen them do. Like, they just had simple LEDs that went along with their songs.
It was great. And fog.
And it was the fog, and it was so... Dude, And props to Denver. Listen, I follow the band and their tour and their experiences, but the boys, they had a great time in Denver, like cruising up Broadway, going to record stores and meeting up with old friends. Then when the show happened, like immediately, there was a crowd surfer in the crowd in a wheelchair, reposted on Thrice's like social media. Then they went to Fort Collins the day after, and they were at a like a hand built guitar shop. Cool like experience all the way across, and they're pretty active. Like everybody, Dustin's not as active, but the brothers are the Breckenridge brothers. You know, Teppy is, and then Fort Collins was a sold out show. I wish I could have went to that. I guess it was a smaller venue, so a little bit more intimate than the Summit. And then Teppy posted the photo of the wheelchair, or he posted something, and I put a comment on there, and liked my comment. So Teppy
Dude, that
for that moment of time.
That wheelchair crowd surfing was crazy. Justin and I were just watching, like, oh man, they're gonna drop this guy. They're gonna drop him, and they like two of the the bouncers, right? Or I don't know what you call those people that are like in the front. I don't know what you call those people. The crowd security crowd surfing people catchers. And one was like this like skinny guy. The other guy was pretty big. But the wheelchair guys coming at him, and they had him like, face going straight down to the ground, and I was like, oh geez, this could be bad, because you're crowd surfing, right? You got, all these people holding you, right, taking the weight, and then it went to just transferred to two people, and one's really scrawny, and I was like, geez, and they're trying to do a transfer, and it looked really rough, but they held strong, did not drop the guy on his face, and he rolled away, and this is the best part is, I believe it was the same guy at the end of the night ran into Nate, ran into his foot.
Good.
It was so great. It was so great.
Nate, he was a hoot at that.
Oh point. Yeah, I drove, so he was like, I'm gonna get sauced.
Yeah, sauced. Wait, maybe I don't have his phone number. I don't know. I'm gonna have to call him out on the group chat if he doesn't respond to my text. Dude, I could see Thrice once a month, once a week. I would never. I mean, I listen to every freaking damn album every day. Like, that's the band where if I'm driving, I'm like, I don't know what I'm listening to. I just go to Thrice and I just play, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what album. I've been listening to all their older albums. The ones they're not playing as much. I've been listening to covers. I've been listening to forever.
Dude, yeah.
And their merch was awesome. Summit. I liked the Summit. The only thing I didn't like, I liked where we were at, but the only thing I didn't like is Summit's flat. And if you're further back and you're not in the main area, and mind you, if you're in the main area, there's a 95% chance you're going to be in a mosh pit. Oh, let's talk about that. I'll talk about that. But if you're like on the outskirts, they just have those massive poles holding up the balcony. Yeah. So it's kind of hard to like just retain a good view of it. So I don't know. Summit, make Bluetooth balcony poles, please.
Okay. Also, I mean, just put an incline or a decline to it. Like you're 100% right. Like I went down to the floor close to where you were because I wanted to take a picture, and I'm just level, and I'm not extremely tall, and so I couldn't see shit. So I went right back up to the stairs that we were off to the side so I could actually see. I did though at the end though. I went like right up there because I was just by myself after I went pee, and went straight up to the front, and that was fucking awesome. That was really cool. And then then we got in the mosh pit, and that was a good time. We're not too old for it,
but old enough. So let me tell you something. Like Ernie, nonstop. Hey, mosh pit. I'm like, dude. All right. I knew the set list. I knew what songs were playing. I do it to myself. I've learned not to share it with the people who don't want to know. i.e. Aaron. Aaron gets
Yeah.
mad at me when I do that. But so they played Deadbolt and went in the mosh pit, and the combination of everything I had in my system did not set well with me in that mosh pit. And like I had to take a step back, and I kind of walked backwards a little bit, and I was like, I'm gonna hooch. I am gonna
I'm
hooch.
glad you did
And I was
not.
like, I can't do it here. Yeah. And I went up to the bar casually and I said, do you guys have any water? And he goes, what kind of water? I was like, something quick. And he goes, and the mosh pit, listen, I take pride being in mosh pits of kind of being that asshole, but I'll be your friend. When he said mosh pit, he just like kind of shouldered his way in. I
No,
didn't. I shoved
You
people
shoved
in.
me in. I was like, we're trying to go in, and like Ernie's trying to be polite about it, and then all of a sudden I get shoved from behind. Like, what the hell? It's already starting. But no, it's Ryan. Just starting a mosh pit before he gets there.
I just shoved my way through. That's how you got to do it. And then you got to start finding the biggest guy and start shoving that guy around. And then when like it gets kind of serious, you just kind of buddy with him, start singing the song, and then you and him team up, and then start shoving all the way around. And so sorry for shoving you.
That's so-
You were just.
It was fine. I got in there. It was fine. My issue is I lost my shoe. Came off. I was wearing Hey Dude, so the whole time like I'm going around hitting everyone, and I didn't feel like it was that crazy or anything about mosh pit. Like everyone was pretty okay, I guess. But
We're all in.
I know I was very concerned though when I was trying to get my shoe. I was like, man, if I bend over, I'm just gonna get like hit in the face or something. So the whole time like chasing my shoe around this mosh pit. So that's what I was doing, and then I kind of got shoved like straight up to the front. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna stay here, and I enjoyed that because I was just front and center, man, like looking straight up at Dustin, man. It was awesome, and then I just picked up my shoe. It was fine.
There you go.
And then Ernie lost his.
There you go.
Well, he dropped his phone in the mosh pits.
Oh my god.
He got it back. It was
Oh my
fine.
god.
Bad.
I laugh because two things during that concert experience was we're all massive fans. I think I kind of geek out a little bit too much sometimes. I bought the Dixon Thrice Identity Crisis.
It's
flannel.
nice.
And I walk in and I was like, wow, everybody's
Yeah, I
wearing
got very
flannels.
confused. I could not find you for a while.
Yeah. And then there was like a handful of the same flannel, but every time I'd like go to a certain area, someone would grab my shirt and be like, "Is this the flannel?" I'm like, yeah. And but when I was, if you follow some of the comments on like Reddit and stuff about the tour, it's like, yeah, it's just a bunch of 40-year-old dudes wearing flannels at Thrice concerts. And I'm like, yep, yes, it is.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
And everybody looked like Justin.
Or you with the flannel.
Yeah.
So, oh man, but it's so much fun every year. Can't wait for next year. So,
I know, right?
yeah.
They better pump out a new album next year so we have more songs. I think they could do it.
Well, I mean, dude, even then, like the stuff they played, they could do so many other hits. Like I listened to Thrice on the way home that night, and I was listening to even like different songs, and it was jamming out, man. Like it'd be nice if they came out with another album, but they don't have to, is what I'm saying.
They could re-release an older album, and I'd be fine with it. But I can't ask too much of
Yeah.
the band. They're
Yeah, that's
human.
right.
They gotta
All
take
right,
time.
let's.
What else? What else you got on this?
Well,
intro
I
over
did
here?
throw on there that I saw Fantastic Four First Steps, and I just, it's on Disney Plus now, so I've watched it. I'm trying to collect myself on like how did I feel about it? Like the movie was fine. But like for this year, there's been so many better movies, I think, and maybe I need to like don't judge it to that. Maybe I just gotta compare it to other like superhero movies. But even then, I'm like, I think I had more fun with Superman.
Superman. Yeah.
And is that it, or was there something else?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it's just Superman that I'm comparing it to. So like it.
I think Superman was that good where, like, Fantastic Four was a good movie, but Superman, to me, Superman was a lot better. I'm with you with Fantastic Four. I don't know how to feel about it. Like the first time I watched it, I fell asleep. Brittany loves it.
Hmm.
She loves the movie. Um, and and I know why, because it's kind of like a heartfelt family movie where like, it's about them protecting their child and like motherly love and rage and stopping Galactus
Yeah.
and Mole Man. But me on the other hand, I'm like, I don't know if the pace is just off or like I don't know. Even for me, just because it's in another universe, it doesn't feel like it's a like a Marvel, like a MCU movie. It just kind of feels like a one-off. Hopefully, when Avengers Doomsday comes out, it ties it together. I was hoping for more of it to tie together in
Yeah,
Fantastic
me
Four.
too. Or even like a stinger at the end that was better than what we got. Like
Hmm.
yeah, they're setting up for something big with this child Franklin, I apparently. But I don't know, like so far, like it was with the original like set of films when they got up to like Avengers, and then after Avengers, like you saw Thanos, like dude, like that was like you're like, here's the real villain, like that was such a
Hmm.
great setup. Um,
Galactus.
yeah, and this one's
No.
when
Yeah. Sorry.
yeah, this was just Galactus, which like they've been doing all these Celestials and everything with Eternals and whatnot, and like they're almost, I don't know, they're not that cool anymore.
I kind of feel like they shoehorned Galactus in there, and something tells me like when I was younger reading comics, Galactus was a big deal, but nowadays there's so many different Celestials and different villains and anti-heroes and all kinds of stuff going on in Marvel Comics where like Galactus doesn't feel that big of a threat anymore. It's almost like the other movie was Thunderbolts.
Oh yeah, like
You know, Sentry is, in my opinion, Sentry is probably a bigger threat than Galactus,
yeah, it kind of
which is weird.
felt that way, huh? Right? Like
Yeah.
the only thing I'll say this about the Fantastic Four. Like I really liked how like this version of their world. I found that very interesting and because it's like this weird like this futuristic version of New York. Like it was they blended that. I thought they really did it like super well. Um almost like Star Wars, like Star Wars, like they have all this
Hmm.
advanced technology, but everything looks like it's like from the 70s,
Yeah.
and they stayed true to that with, all these, newer films as well. And I really like that aesthetic. And so that was the one thing that always stood out to me was like, man, that is just it's a cool play on everything on what they did. But the movie is like extremely fast, like maybe almost like too fast. And the same thing with like, all right, now you get this giant like robot guy Galactus, which is again, it almost felt like it was too much right from the get go. It was almost like whereas like, hey, we can do Fantastic Four the right way compared to what Fox did and like did some weird cloud thing for Galactus. Like that's kind of the sense I got with all this. Um, so it just like it's fine. It was good. I don't know if I'm sold with Pedro Pascal being Mr. Fantastic though. I thought everyone else I really liked, but he was the one person that stood out to me. I don't know if I just don't believe he's smart.
I just think that we've talked about this with certain actors that they get in because of their names, so we've seen them so much where it kind of takes away from them being a fictional character. Like when I see him, he's Pedro Pascal. It doesn't matter what movie. The only piece of media where I believe he's someone else is The
Because he's
Mandalorian.
wearing a helmet the whole time.
And it's, yeah, exactly. And we don't even know if it's him like half the time because, rumor has it like he wasn't there for a lot of
Yeah.
shoots. But like, you're right. He doesn't portray my idea of Reed Richards, and I think John Krasinski fits the bill a little bit. I think the original actor who was in the Fox ones was a really good Reed
And
Richards.
I I agree with that. John, I did not like that, to be honest. With the, I'm kind of glad that that was just a little fan service. But yeah, I didn't think like he looked the part, but I'm with you. The original one from Fox. I'm trying to look up his name. Was that 2005?
Stanton Benson.
Is that his? No.
No.
Ian Grufford. Something like that.
It's Miles Teller.
Yeah.
You didn't believe me for 1 second.
Well, he was Mr. Fantastic, but that was such a disaster of a film, and I'm trying to think if I even believed him. Like I don't with that whole film. I don't think I believed anything with that. So no, I'm going back to the Fox's Fantastic Four from 2005. Tim Story did it, and yeah, I believe this Ian Grufford. I don't know how. I thought he did a great job.
Wikipedia pronounce it.
What'd they say?
Ewan Grufford.
Okay.
Grufford.
Yeah.
Ewan. What a dork name. But cool actor. What else has he done?
I don't know.
Oh, he was in Bad Boys. He was a bad guy in Bad Boys.
Yeah. I like him a lot, though. I thought he did a great job. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
okay, we're on the same page.
I thought it was a little flat.
Fantastic Four. I also agree with you. Well, hey, you kind of teased this earlier, but I think we got a quick question. What do you say? You don't have a choice.
What?
Just
How?
hit the button anyway.
Questions!
What is it?
Peter.
Yes.
You started today's podcast talking about AI, and the question has come up. People are starting to realize AI is here, like the normies, like my girlfriend. She was like, "Hey, I was using Copilot." I was like, "Nah, you can't use Copilot. Copilot sucks." And she's like, "Why? It works for me." I'm like, "Nah, there's way better ones. Like, use Gemini. Use this." And I was like, "Wait a minute. Is there a difference?" And there is a difference, but I want to know, which one is your favorite to use?
Well, my work gives me subscription to Copilot, so I use Copilot quite a bit for work.
You know why though, right?
Because I had Office 365. What do you mean?
It's controlled.
Yeah. Yeah. But it gets job done. So
Through Microsoft.
if
Okay.
if I'm just doing other stuff, it's Gemini now or it's Chat GPT. And what I often do, especially if I'm like, let's say I'm helping with a school assignment or something, I use both. And it's kind of interesting to see the results for each, because sometimes they're slightly different. But Gemini is probably what I use more, just because it's just right there easily, because I'm always Googling everything, and I just use Gemini instead.
I agree with you on Gemini. I have a Google One subscription. So the only reason is because I have a shit ton of emails from my old business where I want to retain those in the meantime until I let them go. But it came with the Gemini, so everything's kind of all tied together. And I like Gemini because I've used Google ever since it really came out. All my accounts are tied to Google anyway. So my data is embedded in Apple and Google universe. So I feel like Gemini knows me a lot more than ChatGPT does. So they tailor my searches to what I want to see, versus like ChatGPT is kind of throwing it out in the dark, which is kind of nice because it's learning who I am. So it's kind of starting from fresh. But Gemini's like was in there and is like, here's these past searches. Hey Ryan, you're looking at stuff for Forerunners. Hey, look at these cool Ninja Turtles that are coming out. Hey, did you know Thrice is around the corner and you should be seeing WWE? I'm like, thanks Gemini. I feel like Copilot's a mess, dude. I was using Copilot for a while, and I was using the AI, the image generator and stuff like that, and I'm like, dude, this is just sloppy. Like, this is totally Microsoft. We need to get something
it's improved.
out, and we need to. Is it? Because my initial experiences with it, it was just like the most Microsoft thing ever. We need to be in this, but we don't know how. Just get it out there.
Yeah, because I think Copilot was the first thing I was messing around with back when we were having our AI fun, and I was just trying to generate pictures, and yeah, they were terrible. But now I'll use it for work, and they create fantastic images that I'm very shocked by. I have not tried doing images with Gemini. I think ChatGPT requires you to have a license now, so I don't use that as much.
And the other cool thing about Gemini, and the reason I'm a little bit more embedded in that, is I use Photoshop and Illustrator, and if you go into the betas of them, you can generate changes to your photos based off of Gemini's algorithm.
That's cool.
So they have their own image processing that works with Adobe stuff. And listen, dude, I did some really cool stuff where I got old photos and I restored them, and that was through Gemini's. I think it's called Smoky Banana or Soft Banana. I don't know what it is, but anyway, the reason I asked that is because it leads into our next segue.
It does.
Here are some exciting coming attractions from
B-movies and beyond.
It does lead into it.
See, I have a brain. It's not just all.
That was good. That was a good segue,
Yeah.
which is, I guess, our first trailer that we're going to talk about is Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, which looks fucking fantastic.
Dude, yes. Okay, spoiler alert. Trailers for this episode kind of suck. We probably have two good ones, but this was the best one. The teaser trailer for this gave me enough information to tell me that there's time travel, a dystopian future controlled by AI, and we're all stuck on our phones, and Sam Rockwell was sent from the future to try and prevent it. And it looks kind of like a little, it looks like he has his work cut out for him.
Yes. What I really like, because at first I'm like, what is happening? Sam Rockwell just looks like a homeless guy, just that using all kinds of funky stuff. And to be honest, I'm really not sure. And then how he starts to say, oh, I'm here to save you guys from, in this uprising. And then all of a sudden, that trailer just goes to madness with war breaking out. I'm like, holy crap. Wow. Looks super fun. I love the title, and they use it inside the trailer. It cannot.
In the music.
Yeah, all of it. All of it. I cannot wait to see this.
That's why I enjoyed this trailer, because one thing that's irritating me about movie trailers, and they always go through these trends. I do not like this trend of movie studios finding some song from a certain generation, like the 70s or 80s or 90s or whatever, and movie trailifying them. So they get this song and then they try and make it this weird remix of some epic. And you know what I'm trying to say? I think the Batman was the first one where it was that Nirvana song, Something's in the Way, and they completely remixed it so it's for the movie. I don't like how they're doing this, because it kind of takes me away from, because midway through the trailer I'm like, oh, listen to that song. But this one has its own song, and they incorporated the title throughout the entire thing and kept me involved, invested into that short, 2 minutes of what I saw.
Of mayhem.
I'm stoked for this. This one's cool.
Yeah, I agree.
This one's short. We'll just knock this one out. Toy Story 5. Toy Story 5 showed all the toys. A box shows up at the door. Open it up, and it's a tablet. I think this premise has been talked about in the Toy Story universe for quite some time, where tablets are taking over and they're finally going to do it. Your initial thoughts on just what you saw with this?
I didn't watch the whole trailer.
It's 45 seconds.
I know, and I didn't watch all of it. It's Toy Story. I don't know. I loved every single Toy Story movie. Like, I am going to watch this. I don't know if I'll see it in theaters. I probably will not, but as soon as it comes available on streaming, I will watch it and I'll probably thoroughly enjoy it because I think it hits all the fillers that it needs to hit, right? It hits the nostalgia for us, right? Like, we're used to like growing up with the action figures and all those toys that we're seeing there, and now they're getting into like this new age. You're like, all right, now everyone's on tablets, which I think I can also thoroughly relate to with my kids and how they interact with it. And so I'm in, and a part of me is like, yeah, those tablets are the devil, yet I love my tablets. So
I know it's hard to teach kids a good lesson when I pull out my iPad and I'm like, yeah, I'm just on my iPad, and they're like, I want to be on my iPad. I'm like, you don't have one, but here you go. Shut up.
yeah.
So I did a little searching around what's been talked about Toy Story 5. The trailer didn't really tell too much of the plot. So I think it's going to be a twist, but rumor has it that there's going to be multiple Buzz Lightyears like they teased in Toy Story 2, and like all the Buzz Lightyears are going to work together kind of thing as a team.
Didn't they kind of already do that? But
Well, they were all evil Buzzes,
Oh, yeah,
remember? But now, like, I guess there was an initial like animation festival that Pixar showed like an opening scene or a certain scene of the movie, and it was like the Buzzes being Buzz Lightyears together, which is it would be kind of cool to see.
yeah,
And you might be confused with the Buzz Lightyear movie.
no, I remember the toys attacking him. Now because they were just trying to get him back in his box. Like, now I remember what happened. So, but here's the thing, dude. Like I said, Toy Story has not disappointed. Like, every single one of those films, like, I'm like amazed by it. That I feel like they just nail it every single time. Like, and especially like the third one might be the most emotional. The only thing, didn't like Woody kind of leave? Like, is Woody going to be in this film?
Yeah, Woody's in it.
I thought he'd left at the end of the 4. Am I wrong?
He left at.
Am I remember?
They split up at 3, and then
Well, so 4
4 they were like found a new home.
kind of like they were like at this like weird carnival. They went to an antique store. They found Little Bo Peep again. That's also, they run into Keanu Reeves, like Evil Knievel guy, which was a lot of fun. But
Oh, Keanu Reeves.
yeah, I thought that Little Bo Peep and Woody stayed together somewhere else at the end, but maybe I'm misremembering that. So
Woody shares an emotional goodbye with his friends and joins Bo as a lost toy. Sometime later, the lost toys travel with the carnival and help prized toys find owners, while Bonnie creates a companion for Forky from Plastic Knife.
So that's how that ended, right? Mm-hmm. Thank you, Gemini.
That was right? Yeah. Or Wikipedia.
Yeah. So will be interesting to see. Like, I don't think you can split up the team. Like, that's an important piece to Toy Story. You have to have Woody and Buzz. If you do not have them, I don't know if I'll enjoy it as much. So, but I think that's enough Toy Story talk. I'm sure it'll be good. You know, the other one I think will be good. I'm actually looking forward to this, like, more so than, like, I thought the original was just okay. I thought it was a little overhyped, but the Super Mario Galaxy movie looks like a lot of fun. Like, I am pretty excited about that one.
I agree with you. I'm a little confused on why you think the first one was overhyped.
I don't do so. It made so much money. It was the top streaming movie, like, on
For like 2
yes,
years.
like forever. I think you told me, everyone was telling me, like, it was just like, oh, it's so fun and everything. And then when I finally watched it, like, I just thought, like, oh, that was okay. Like, I wasn't blown away, but I don't know why this one seems like it's gonna blow me away compared to that first one. But I thought I thought the ending was lackluster. Is almost like to me like a copy of Super Mario Brothers, the live action one. Um, the the comedy was just like okay. I also kind of didn't like that Luigi was just separate from everyone the whole time. Like that's why I'm more excited about this one because it seems like they're going to be together. A lot more characters included with this one, and I think they get to be a little bit more tongue in cheek compared to the first one. Like they started off that way, is like with the trailer with the little Bowser, right? So I think I'm gonna enjoy this one more than I did the first one. So that's just my thought.
Okay. I agree with you. I think Illumination struck gold with Nintendo's IP. And I like the introduction of Bowser Jr. And I like what they did with Shrinking Bowser. If I remember the end, they're heroes, Brooklyn, and okay. Daisy? Not Daisy. Princess, the new princess from Galaxy.
Yeah, I don't
What's her
know.
name? It's Luna? No, that's the little star that she has.
She looks like a badass
voices-
though, and
Rosalina.
Okay.
There you go. Voiced by Brie Larson.
all right. Is this a
And-
little like love interest for Luigi?
It was supposed to be Daisy, but I
Yes.
think if you play Super Mario Galaxy, Mario's chasing Rosalina.
That's gonna create some issues.
Yeah, but doesn't Peach look like a badass in this too?
Yeah, no, yeah, she does too. Yeah, I just think this is one of those movies where, like, all right, they set the framework right. Like, they kind of already knew, like, this is what we can get away with. So now they even know they can go further with it. So I'm pretty excited about the Galaxy movie.
This guy's starting to make his name in Hollywood. He was a director of the Smashing Machine, but he's the voice of Bowser Jr. What's his name? It's Benny Safdie.
I don't know.
He was. What was he? What movie was he in? He was the bad protagonist in Happy Gilmore 2.
Oh, okay.
But he's the voice of Bowser Jr. And like, dude, he's just like hit a bunch of movies right away. Like Happy Gilmore, Super Mario, The Odyssey. He was in Oppenheimer. Like he's been in a lot. Bless you.
Could you hear it?
No.
Oh,
just
okay.
saw
I was
you.
like, I muted myself.
So, yeah. And I think I said this to myself right after this trailer came out. Illumination has made Nintendo's characters look more badass and more lively than Nintendo ever has.
Yeah.
You know, like I haven't seen Princess Peach be like a badass the way she has been in these movies. Same thing with Toad. Like they're just kind of like side characters to Mario. You know, sometimes they play tennis, sometimes they go karting, and sometimes they play golf, or they all have a party and do a board game. But in this movie, like they have some depth to them. So long story boring. I'm in. Of course, I'll go watch this in the movie theater.
Yeah, absolutely. And then our last trailer, we're not even sure if we even talked about this or when it even came out, but there was a Scream 7 trailer, and I watched it, I think, because I know some information from it, but I hardly remember it because I don't think it's worth it. It's the same old thing.
Agreed. And if you didn't talk about that, we would have a perfect segue to our news. And in today's news, Nintendo issues the first official Legend of Zelda movie photos, showing Link and Zelda in costume.
I will say, because I think we had some Zelda news not too long ago, and like they're like super young. Seeing these pictures though, like gives me hope because I personally thought I was like, oh, they looked the part. Like I was thinking like children, and I don't think they look like children. Like at least not like extremely young children, like what I had in my mind. I think it works.
I don't know what I did to our screen, but let me see if I could just find the pictures right here. Oh my gosh, pop-ups. Holy crap. IGN. There you go. If you're on our YouTube and you could see us, I see Peter, but there's a picture of Link and there's a picture of Zelda.
Yeah. You know what? You don't even have to be on YouTube. You can watch the video on Spotify.
What?
Yeah, I've been doing that.
That's news.
That is news. Other news too is that we gotta, I think, talk over the review sounds because they've been taking down our episodes because I guess it's copyright or something.
Oh.
So when you play that, we gotta like, okay.
Okay. I'm down. I'll lower the volume a little bit too. Sorry, Spotify. I don't know. Anyway, there's our pictures of Link and Zelda. Live action, not animated. What are your initial thoughts on that, Peter?
Like I said, I think, I mean, we just got images, but I think they look the part, and it doesn't look dumb. So,
Perfect. Yeah. I'm good with that quick recap on Legend of Zelda. I sent it to Nate, got no response from Nate, but apparently I've been sending things to the wrong number associated to Nate.
Oh, so maybe it's his work number.
I bet he's stoked.
He's probably blocked you.
It is his work number.
Blocked you.
Well, he responds in the group chat, so I just don't understand why he doesn't use an iPhone. It's 2020. In other news, 2025, Jumanji 4 gets a first look. That teases the real world. So I think during some sort of talk, The Rock paid homage to Robin Williams. Kind of cool. But this tells me that they're in the real world and not the Jumanji world. So are you excited for Jumanji 4?
Yeah, I thought what they'd done is really fun. It confuses me each time they say Jumanji 4 because I kind of look at like Jumanji is the original, and then when they did like Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, that's just like a offset. I don't really call it number 2. You know what I'm saying? Like Jurassic World and Jurassic Park, right? You don't say Jurassic World is Jurassic Park 4.
So technically, because I was confused because a lot of it was saying Jumanji 3, Jumanji 4. So in the world of Jumanji, maybe this made everything canon. Jumanji, Zathura, Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, Jumanji Next Level, and Jumanji Untitled Film.
Yes.
4.
So they even put Zathura in there too, just because it was a board game that came to life.
Oh my gosh, did you know Jon Favreau directed Zathura?
I did know that.
I did not know that.
It's really not bad. Like, it is actually pretty good, but I don't know. Not as good as Jumanji.
Wait a minute. Zathura came out in 2005?
Yeah.
It came out a whole 10 years later than Jumanji?
Jumanji was 1995?
Yeah, dude.
Holy crap, yeah.
Holy
Dude, I saw
crap.
Zathura in movie theaters. Did I?
My timeline is so screwed up. You must have. I mean, you're old enough to go see movies by yourself. That sounds like a movie you would go see.
Listen, I think I saw it with my dad. I think we were on vacation and we went and saw that movie.
And, dude, when I saw Jon Favreau's, he directed it, I was like, that obviously had to be his first movie. Nope. His first movie was Made, and then, what, is it Made?
No.
And then
He did, damn it, it's such a good movie. Why can't I remember the title? Slickers? No. Or at least he wrote it.
Swingers.
Swingers, yes.
But I think this Made one is like a sequel to it.
Yeah, Made.
Yeah. No, it's not.
It's just his second movie, Made.
Yeah, but then he did Elf.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I don't think Jon Favreau could go bad. Cowboys and Aliens. Never mind.
He's
Oh, and the live action Lion King and Jungle Book. Wait, but those made good money.
The Jungle Book was fine. The Lion King, it was like for like. I feel like that was a studio thing, not him. Because the Jungle Book was good. He changed it.
He's the director of The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm excited. All right. Good on you, Favreau. Hey,
Yeah.
Peter, this isn't really news, but did you know Sisu's coming out this
Yep,
week?
Road to Revenge looks really good.
Yeah, I know. I brought that in there just because I know that's one of your favorite movies.
Dude, and yeah, they've been playing trailers for it nonstop, and a little, I guess, sneak preview. Like that was one of the many trailers I had to watch before watching Predator's Badlands, which was just, it was too much. Sitting through a half an hour of trailers it was too much. Anyways, I still really want to see Sisu Road to Revenge because the first one is fucking amazing, and if you have not seen it, you need to watch that. And this one looks just as insane. So,
Yeah, I'm down for this one. You actually got me to watch Sisu, and I really
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed it. So, typically when you call me, and I think whenever I could just tell you have some heart in your movies that you review. And you told me this before, thrice, about our upcoming review. I'm going to say ours because we'll tag team
Yeah.
it, but I'll talk about the other one a little bit too. Peter, and this is good news too. Twisted Metal is just still rocking.
I just saw that today, and I'm extremely happy. I have not watched a single episode of the second season of Twisted Metal, and I was even like, oh, man, like, am I part of the problem? Are they not going to get renewed because I'm not watching, That stuff was going through my head. Even though I really, really want to watch it, now seeing they got a second season or a third season, I'm like, sweet. So that means the second season is really good, and I need to watch it and support this show. So very happy with this news. The first season was fantastic, and I cannot wait for to watch the second season.
So we can watch the third.
That's right.
I think it's about that time. What do you say?
It is.
Oh.
We
We got
We're doing reviews.
Movies beyond.
Reviews. We'll see if that worked.
Just clip that and just redo it.
I try to do it every single time. But we saw Predator Badlands, and holy shit, was this a fantastic film.
I didn't believe you. I had no urge to see this whatsoever.
Really?
At all. I didn't care. I was kind of turned off about it by the fact that I love the Predator franchise because I didn't know he was kind of like a horror icon to me. Like the less I knew about him and his race or whatever he is, his
What?
world, the better
Yeah.
for me. But go ahead.
Well, so it's Dan Trachtenberg, dude. He has taken over this franchise. He started with Prey on Hulu, which that was
Good.
exactly, and such a surprise hit, I think. So then he gets, like, instantly, like, dude, he gets the animated movie, which I thought was a series, but crushed it there, and he just co-directed that and helped write it. And then this is his movie, Badlands, that he just did. And what I love is that we're getting to see, like, aspects that we've never have seen before. Like, you've kind of seen glimpses because, so we went and saw this, and this is like, we've had so many conversations about just in the franchise and everything we love about it. And also, dude, there's so many flops. And one of the things that I was talking about with someone was the Predators. Do you remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one where they actually first time they had like multiple predators and they actually went to a different planet. A lot of kind of like similarities almost to this film, where a different planet, guys survive, everyone's hunting you. That one in Predators, there's multiple predators, and it's probably the most you ever got to see predators interact with one another, right? And you also got to see is that sometimes they go against one another's and they'll fight one another. That almost kind of set the stage for this film. And how I want to start this one is how they started. Dude, it felt like Star Wars, in my opinion. It felt like The Mandalorian, how they kicked off this film and the vibe of it. And I was just blown away. Like, the instantly just traveling across this wasteland, shooting up, using these, I don't know what you call them, but sliders and all this thing, and then getting into predator on predator battle like right from the get-go, and it was fantastic.
I didn't like the initial design of this predator, but I will. Throughout this movie, I changed my opinion. I loved it. I love that we got a feeling that the predators are an actual. They're not a race. What am I?
They're like the Mandalorians. Like, they were a clan. It's a way of living, basically, but they are a race as well.
Dude, you said it right there. I thought that. I was like, this is a rated R Mandalorian
That's not rated R
story.
It's only PG-13, which, okay, so going into this film, like, I knew it was PG-13, and that was like the one like drawback that I was like, oh man, I don't like when they take rated R franchises and try to make them PG-13. It doesn't usually work. This one 100% worked. And I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm just so excited about it. And there's also things that I feel like we probably shouldn't spoil too much because they didn't spoil it. And that was the other part that I loved about this, is that there was actual surprises, like maybe not like huge ones, but surprises in this film that was like, oh, I didn't know this is really what it was. And then as soon as I knew what it was like, I kind of like, oh, I can kind of...
The weird cat monkey thing?
Yes, that, and androids, and...
Mm-hmm. Connection to Alien.
Yes.
With the Wayland Company.
Yeah, and then figuring out, like, there's other bad things out here than just the main thing. You know, I don't want to spoil this because I think it's so fantastic and everyone needs to go give your money to go see this movie. Like, that's the other thing. Like, I actually paid for this, and this might have been, you know, the funnest experience I've had at a movie theater all year, to be honest.
I'll add to that real quick. Why it was a fun experience is because there was not a dull moment in this movie whatsoever. Everything was so action-packed and nothing drew out too long. But this is storytelling 101. The movie played out and you didn't know or expect anything to happen, and it tied everything together.
Yes.
And they did it, and you can get this sense from the trailer that, like, the predator is a predator because of, if you're not the predator, you're the prey. And you get that from, like, Prey, the movie itself. You get it from the animated movie. And
all the previous
ones. All the previous ones, he's always the dominant one because he's a predator. But, you know, there's weaklings in there. There's runts. And you get to experience the growth of an actual predator character and utilize the resources in here. And everything had an explanation. One little piece right here, and I won't tell how it plays out later in the movie, but when he was going through the field of the razor glass, I was like, that is such a cool concept. I've never thought about grass being razor blades where you walk through it and could kill you, but there's other
Yeah.
types of creatures out there that could withstand
Yeah.
that. And I was like, what a concept that this actually made this other world feel like another world, where the most minute thing that we take for, I could grab a handful of grass right now and it wouldn't affect me. Maybe my allergies, but like in this other world, the predator had to navigate around that and strategically think about how to get to the next level.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about this movie was how many actors were in here?
Oh, two basically. Well,
Three.
yeah, I guess you could say three. So, and
Ellie Fanning, the predator, Ellie Fanning, and
so
all those weird droid
yeah.
looking.
But here's the thing, though. Like, okay, so we kind of gloss over this, but the premise of this is that Dev is the predator, the runt, and he's trying to prove his worth, and he tries to go to the Badlands, this planet that has the creature that no one can take down. Everyone's afraid to try to take down this creature, and so he's trying to, I'm going to show my clan that I am useful, basically, and I'm not the runt of the clan by taking down this massive creature. And it goes to kind of shit from there, but also that's what's so entertaining is that you can get behind this character, Dev. Then the part that I wasn't expecting throughout this was just how funny and also emotional this movie was. And so he's going through, and the planet, everything on this planet is basically evolved to try to kill you, and is very entertaining to see how he navigates it. Also, how other creatures have evolved, like you mentioned, to interact with this planet and how they survived. And those, you could almost say, those CGI creatures are another form of actors. I mean, obviously, they had to do something to create these characters, and they felt like they had full character arcs. Like, it was, dude, Dan Trachtenberg's like how he put this all together is just amazing. And throughout this film, I was constantly surprised by the comedy, by the heartfeltness of it, and the growth of these characters. And it was such a good story, and action was amazing. Like, there wasn't like a bad piece to this film. Like, I loved every moment.
When that little weird monkey thing showed up, I was like, dude, this movie's gonna get stupid. And then I felt for the monkey thing. And I was like, dude, what the hell? And then when there was a point in the movie where I was like, what the hell? You guys got me.
Yeah.
And here's another thing about this movie. The dialogue wasn't, it didn't take you away from it, because the synthetic that was Ellie Fanning, and you can see this in the trailers, she has no legs, so Predator has to carry her around, but she, when they meet up, she's like, let me help you. And he's a predator, so he's like, I don't need your help. But they find a way to make it work. But she is your voice. She is the voice throughout the movie. She's the voice for the predator because he speaks his native language.
Well,
she's the one who. Go ahead.
I love this part of it is that, dude, Deb talks all the time. Like, he speaks, and
yeah,
you're just reading subtitles, which I love that they never did anything where they took away from that. Like, and him and Ellie Fanning are just having conversations, and you understand her, but you got to read everything that he's saying. Thankfully, they're not long sentences. And it worked so well, and I'm glad they didn't do something stupid like, now we can all understand him, and make him have some weird voice. Like, it made the film better, and also it stayed true to, I think, this world and these characters. And Ellie Fanning's, like, she's basically, I have a translator, basically, so that's why everyone can understand me. Like that was the gimmick there.
Well, it makes sense too because the synthetics in the alien universe are basically our AI counterparts, and she was the AI counterpart in this. She was basically Gemini in this movie. Like she was, like in my mind, what's happening here? And Ellie Fanning was like, "This is what this is. This is what this creature is. This is what this land is." She was answering my questions as I was watching this movie, but it wasn't taken away from the movie
And
whatsoever.
as
It was actually enhancing.
yeah, and answering his questions too. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was such a useful story tactic, and it really helped. I mean, build the story and the characters, both of them. Like it gave them something, and also the comedic relief. Holy shit, she was so funny. Like, oh man, I cannot like. I'm like raving about this film, dude. Like, I've been rethinking about like all these Predator movies, and this, like, I almost say like it's the best one, but I will not take it away from the original. I think that's still number one, but I think right after that, this is the one. Like this has changed the franchise and has moved it in a fantastic direction, and also how they ended it. They better get a sequel because I cannot wait to see what where they take this. It's so much fun.
And that's what I was initially afraid that like Predator was going the route of a franchise where they were just going to pump out movies and we were just going to have this like Predator after Predator movie. But if we look at the timeline of when Predator movies were released, there was a massive gap. 87, 90, and then 2004 was Alien vs. Predator, then 2007. We didn't get a standalone Predator movie until 2018. Then 2022 was
Whoa.
Prey.
No, wasn't 2010 was Predators? I mean, I guess it's not like a standalone. Like, what do you mean? Like
Not an Alien vs. Predator.
yeah, isn't that right? Predators is 2010?
Yeah, so no, my timeline was right. 87, 1990, 2004, 2007, and then we got Predator.
Yeah, but and then
2010.
I thought you jumped over that one to 2018 with the Predator.
Okay, and then there's our other gap.
Yeah, well, because
8 years
here's
later.
the thing: is that Predators, it's not that good, and the Predator is not that good either. But here's, what's crazy about it is that
That's a Shane Black
I
movie.
know, and I wish that movie was better. So same thing. I kind of forgot about Predators, and so I went back and I just watched it. You can watch all these like on Hulu and Disney Plus. I was again like Predators. Like there's moments that are cool, but the Predator actually isn't that cool. Like the Predators, and it's kind of the same thing that happened with the Predator. Is that they're missing something, and then I don't feel like they captured the true like essence of a Predator until these new movies by Dan Trachtenberg. Like Prey did it, the animated Killers Among Killers, like they did it, and then now Badlands, dude. And all those are a little bit different. Prey is more true to like what the original was, I would say. Killer Among Killers or Killers of Killers is showing like, oh, they've been doing this for a really long time and really expanding on this lineage or this history of the Predators. And now we're going into like the future, how new Predators can behave. And I feel like Dan Trachtenberg can go any direction with any of these, and it's going to be fantastic.
Okay, since he's taken over this franchise practically, I also love the design of these Predators because when you think about Predator, you think of the original or Predator 2, and they have these massive crown heads with their dreads, and they have their mouth and teeth. And ever since then, like their design has just become very, very similar, just extra.
Yeah.
Then when you get to Prey, it looks like a different
Yeah.
character.
They started changing it up.
It looks like if you inputted, hey Gemini, what does a predator look like? And it like has to generate an image of the predator based off what it thinks. And then you see Predator, Killer of Killers, and then you see Deck. Those, I'm looking at a sheet right now, and those three look drastically different than every other one of them out there. But it kind of builds this Predator world. And I think what I didn't like initially in the trailer, it's the only constant is change. They finally changed it. I didn't like it, but when I watched it, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it made me think about it that much more.
Exactly. And I was with you. I was like, how are they going to do a movie focus on a predator? It didn't make sense to me. And how he pulled this off by first off making him a runt. That's the first thing. We can get behind that. That changes everything. And that's basic. That's the gist of it, right? Because of that difference, it changes everything within the franchise, the Predator hierarchy, everything. And I think probably for the better, dude. It was so cool. I cannot say how cool this movie was. It blew my expectations out of the water. So I don't think I have anything else to say. I'm just going to repeating myself over and over, but I loved it. Everyone should go see it. Support this film so that we get more. And I'm sure we will, because it's doing very well.
I will say this. Usually Predator movies, the Predator utilizes his weapons. This is the first time in a movie in the franchise where our main character, who is a predator, was stripped of all of his weapons and had to actually become a hunter.
Isn't exactly, which, I mean, they've always been hunters, but I think this actually proves, dude, like, I had almost see like a remake of, the Predator hunting down Arnold Schwarzenegger, like, because there's points, right? Like throughout those films, like, oh, they hurt him, and they show moments like, oh, he kind of heals himself up. Like, this is the first time, like, you fully get to see everything that they do to become the best hunter around. Like, that is really cool. And I think they can keep on expanding on this, or even go back to like, all right, we're going to watch one predator go off after like another human again. They can keep on changing this up to make it interesting. And you mentioned this before, like, let's go do a whole samurai movie with the predator. Like, they can go to so many different periods, and I think have a full-length film just on that. I think it'll be fantastic. Like, they proved it with the animated movie with like short bursts.
I can't believe they
Yeah, I know. It was awesome.
Great. Fucking
So,
assholes.
Love it.
Must watch. Go see. Probably one of my one of my favorite movies of the year. Surprising because, I mean, I'm liking a lot more like indie movies, and this is right up there with universe movies. MCU, DCU, stuff like that. And I think this one is right up top. I would, if someone said, "Hey, should I watch Fantastic Four or Predator: Badlands?" I'd say watch
Absolutely.
This one.
Like,
so
I think if they asked me like for like rank all these, like, let's just say like take here, I got a good one. I also watched Jurassic World Rebirth. I'm just gonna throw this in there because I feel like these are all pretty big tentpole movies, right? So I'm gonna put Fantastic Four, Superman, Jurassic World Rebirth, and now Predator Badlands. Like, I think number one is Predator Badlands. And again, this is only PG-13 as well, which I was kind of shocked by, and they did such a good job. Probably after that, I would go to Superman, and then Jurassic World Rebirth, and then Fantastic Four. So, wow. I know. It's last place.
That's bold. But you're not far off. Disney has a surprise hit on their hands with the Predator series. And it's funny that it's basically owned by Disney.
It is. I mean, it was a Fox property. Now Disney owns that. Yeah.
Yep. Crazy. I was going to throw in this review, but I think it's going to be my recommendation.
There you go.
Yep. Ready for it?
Yes!
Do we gotta talk over
Nope.
this one?
Haven't got any complaints. Well, besides from my wife.
Oh, God.
My wife.
I'll have what she's having.
Yeah.
I'll kick
Do
this
it.
one off. I was gonna say Stranger Things, but that's next week's episode. So Frankenstein. I had a sour taste because what have you noticed lately? There's a massive trend of Frankenstein movies coming out. We have The Bride coming out with Christian Bale. We have probably another Frankenstein. Oh no, I'm thinking of Creature Commandos. And then now we have Guillermo del Toro, his Frankenstein. I, for one, have never really cared too much about the character or the lore of Frankenstein. This movie brought a lot of character development to him because, here, listen. I literally just thought Frankenstein was Frankenstein monster for the longest time. I didn't realize it was Victor von Frankenstein. But this movie has some depth. Victor von has a brother. His dad hates him. He hasn't seen his brother in a long time. His dad was like a world-renowned surgeon that would help bring people to life, save their lives and stuff like that. So he took that extra step to actually reanimate the dead by piecing together people's bodies, and they explain the process extremely well in the movie. Create a Frankenstein monster. And at first I didn't like the design because, usually I think my Frankenstein's a big, beefy freaking dude who's going to barrel through everyone. No, the actor who played this was a tall, lengthy guy who just kind of looked like he has a bunch of makeup on. It kind of took me out of it for a minute, but then I realized who was the director and how it was stylized. And from what I watched of this movie, I enjoyed it. I did fall asleep, but it wasn't because anything more. I was tired. There was a low point, but I would dive right back into this to finish it because the story is laid out really well. I would say if you have the almost 3 hours to watch this, go and watch it. It's on Netflix and enjoy it.
Nice. The one thing that I recently heard that I was like, oh, what? I wasn't aware of this, but apparently they pulled like a weapons deal where they go back and kind of retell the story from a different point of view.
Okay, so yeah, movie starts off. There's a ship. Victor von Frankenstein is dying. They pull him on the ship, and he's like, he's coming for me, and he won't stop until he gets me. And you see Frankenstein, and he's attacking the crew, and then it goes, boom, from the creator, and it's the story of Victor von Frankenstein into the point. And then they flash forward, flash back. They have a lot of backsplaining and all that stuff, and then you get the creature's perspective, and it becomes the story after a certain point, because when it's creator and monster, he doesn't develop, but then when you see the creator side, you see how he develops. So yes, you are correct on the weapons point of view. I want to say it's like I just, from what I remember watching it, it was from Creator and Monster. I don't know if there was a third one. Christoph Waltz, dude. He is such a good actor. He could play the same character and everything, persona-wise, and he just sets the movie perfectly fine. I love him. Oh, and Mia Goth was really good in this too, by the way. Yeah, so, and he's not Mexican.
Oscar Isaac?
Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac. Yeah.
Everyone.
Good cast.
Yeah, it looks like a great cast. It looks like it's really well made, and I think right now it's the 3 hours, which I'm like, oh man, that's a lot to dedicate, and so that's why I've been holding off. I really want to watch it, but again, 3 hours. My recommendation, I mentioned it previously when I was ranking the movies, and I'm gonna say Jurassic World Rebirth.
You liked Afterbirth?
I did. I think, maybe it's watching it at home, but I liked how they handled everything from the aftermath of all the Jurassic World films. Almost pretty much just getting rid of the whole fact, like, oh yeah, dinosaurs are running around everywhere. I liked how they handled that. And then they got down to, smaller story. We're like, all right, we're going back to an island, which, yes, it's been done, and we've seen some of these things before, but I think the characters kind of having like two different stories. Like again, it kind of went back to like the narrative of the Jurassic Park, but I felt like it worked. And also, like you see, like in that trailer, that first one, of like, oh man, they're giving away too much. Like you see, like this gigantic, mutated, weird dinosaur
from a Snickers
Yeah,
bar.
but they didn't overdo it. I thought the finale, like it was just okay. They didn't push it like Jurassic World. I thought, constantly being chased. Like the whole thing with Jurassic Park and Jurassic World is just living around dinosaurs that are gonna try to kill you because you're food. So
Yeah, one thing I didn't like about it was how the hell did the girl's dad like break his leg and still run around that island?
Yes, and it's really funny because the daughter even says like, "No, you can't even walk." I'm like, "What do you mean he can't walk? He's been walking this whole time through a jungle, and he has no issues. Like maybe a slight limp." So
Yeah.
I'm with you on
Yeah,
that.
and like when he damaged his leg, like they made it seem like it was catastrophic, like it was gonna ruin like their entire escape from the dinosaurs. But nope, he was totally fine until it kind of reminds me when my dad is like ailing. Like if you don't bring it up, he's totally fine. But if you're like, "Hey, how are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, well, I can't breathe." I'm like, "You were breathing just fine." For a second."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I thought it all. I liked how they kind of like, in my opinion, like course corrected, and we'll see what's to come with it because I do think like we're gonna get tired if they just keep like, oh, guess what, guys? There's another island. So they gotta change it up somehow.
I mean, we've explored planet Earth quite a bit. We can't just have random islands of dinosaurs. How come there's no dinosaurs in the cities yet? I know the Lost World alluded towards it, but like, bring Jurassic Park to Yellowstone.
So I do see like they're gonna like circle back potentially. Like, oh, hey, let's open up a park. Like they like in LA. And try to do that again. But I like the logic in this one. We're like, well, you really don't have to worry about dinosaurs everywhere because of the climate, which makes a lot of sense. Like they're probably not going to survive. So I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun ride, and I'll watch another one.
All right then. I like it. Next week is Thanksgiving. No weird Thanksgiving horror movie this year. I guess you'll catch us when you catch us because we got family shit, wrestling.
That's right.
And we got a break from the Broncos because the Broncos are winning.
And on a bye week.
In a bye week. Life is good. And as a Denver sports fan, Nuggets won today. Avalanche have been winning. Those are some good recommendations. Follow your local Denver sports teams.
There you go.
Not your other like Boston sports teams. If you guys listen to Boston, like
Nah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone have a great Thanksgiving, and we will see you when we get back.
Hey, guys. Oh, big gulps, huh? All right. Well, see you later.
See ya.
See you later.